Hello everyone, this is Shimanto, and today one of my very close friend asked me to do a favor to him, and he is very new to Matlab, so he asked me to show around how to write a function in Matlab. So let's do it. It's actually very simple. Like if we can remember the way we used to write the functions in our grade 9 or grade 10 mathematics, it's really easier. It's the same way we write the functions in almost all the coding languages we use. And Matlab is not an exception of that. So how we used to do that? Like here's I've written a very simple function like y equal fx. So what is y? Y is the output parameter. We used to give an input parameter, which is x, and f is the name of the function. We can give it any name, whatever name we want, like g, h, or whatever it is. So, and then we need to give the function a definition, like f of x. So what I'm going to do, if the user gives me an input parameter x, then for example I'm just going to square it. So then if someone else called the function like f of 5, the function would return the square of 5, which is 25. So the value of the output parameter y is going to be 25, and it's going to return, the function is going to return 25. So it's almost the same way we write the function in Matlab. So first we need to write the output parameter, what is going to be the output variable actually. Then we'll give an equal sign, then we'll write the name of the function, whatever we want, and then we need to write down what are the input parameters, all right? And then obviously we need to write the definition of the function. But so let's do it in Matlab. So just to let the Matlab GUI understand that this is a function, we are writing a function for you, we will use a keyword which is function, and it's the same keyword irrespective of whatever function you write. You need to give the keyword to let the Matlab understand that you are going to write a function. Then you have to write the output variable, which is y. For this case, let's assume it's y. And then equal, then you need to write the name of the function. Let's, for example, the name of the function is f, and then within the brackets, first brackets, you have to write the input parameters, what the function will take input from the user, for example x, and then you have to give the definition. So what's going to be the value of y if someone calls the function f? So the value of y is going to be whatever the input parameter is, and just the square of the input parameter is going to be the output y. Then semicolon, and for better understanding we are just giving an indent, a tab, and then just end. It looks good, you know, a good coding practice. So this function end, the words with blue color, those are some Matlab keywords. So function, it's constant, end is constant, we have to use this. Then y is the name of the variable. So in the definition part we need to say what is going to be the value of y, all right? And then x, we will be using the value of x, and the name of the function is f. All right, so it's very simple, just like the grade 9, 10 functions, right? So when you'll save the function, save the file, you must remember that the name of the function and the file name should be the same, otherwise it's not going to execute. All right, so the name of the function f and the name of the file should be the same. So I'm saving it in desktop. Save. All right, now let's call the function f from our command window, and you must also remember that the working directory must also be the same. So I have saved the function f in my desktop, and my command window is current working directory is also the desktop. So I'm calling the function, for example, f of 5. So what's going to be f of 5? Let's check it. The answer is 25, right? So what it is doing is taking 5 as input, and then squaring it, and then returning the value. That's it. Very simple. Now let's go to some advanced level. Like, for example, now what we want is we want to execute a function like this. Like, we'll take a parameter x. For example, we'll take two parameters, x1 and x2. So we'll take two parameters and we'll just square the first one. Let's write it a bit clearly. Square the first parameter, first input argument. We call it input argument, and we'll cube the. We'll just cube the second input parameter. So, for example, if we give f of 2, 3, it's going to be 2 squared plus 2 squared, that is 4, plus 3 cubed, that is 9. Sorry, 27, I'm sorry. So it's going to be 31. Yeah, my bad. So f of 2, 3 is going to be 31. Very simple, right? So let's execute it in Matlab. Now, for example, we want to do it using two different functions. One will do like the square, and the other will do the cube. All right, we will execute it using two different functions. Oops. So, function, let it be the y is equal to, this is our, for example, main function, main, and it's going to take two inputs, x1 and x2, and then what's main gonna do? Main gonna square the x1 plus cube the x2. So square and cube, oh sorry, so what's going to be the output? Main was the name of the function, I can't use it here. So the output should be y, output must be y. All right, so what's going to be the value of y? The value of y is going to be square of x1, the first parameter, plus cube of x2, as we defined here. The square of the first parameter and the cube of the second one. So now we have to declare, that's okay, here we have got an error, which is function name main is known to Matlab by its file name f. So we have to fix this problem, because the file name is f, and we gave the name main, right? We named the function as main, which is not possible. Like, obviously it's possible, then we have to rename the function, we have to rename the file as well. So let's avoid the hassles. We are calling the function f. So square and cube, Matlab still don't know those functions, so we have to also declare those as well. So square, so x, the output, let's call it out. So what's this going to be like? It's going to be like out equal to x square and we also need to like define the function cube. So out equal to cube x. So out will be x cube. Oops, x cube. And then all right, so let's remember one thing, like the variable we are taking here, we are declaring here, is only local variable. So the scope of this out variable is within just this function. All right, so the scope of this out variable is within just this function. This out variable and this out variable is not the same one. All right, so although their name is same, but this out variable is not going to affect this out variable. All right, because they are local variables, not global variables. So the scope of this out is limited only within this function. Similarly, the scope of this out variable is limited only within this function. So I think we're done. What it will do, it will just, if you call the function f 2 comma 3, then it will first call the square function. So what square does, square will square the input parameter, so whatever the number was x1, it will square it, and then plus will add this value with the output of cube function. So what cube function does, it just cubes it. Okay, so to the power 3. Yeah, hopefully it's self-explanatory. Let's save it, let's run it. So now if we call f of 2 comma 3, we should get 31. Yeah, we do. All right, so this was it, and hopefully it helps somebody, especially my friend. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching.